talked of economic patriotism. Because when we move around the country, people think that whatever you do is just to make money for yourself. But when you talk about economic patriotism, it means whatever you do should be in the interest of the economic development of the nation, and the fallout become a general good of the people. Many a Cameroonian, you and I know, that they have become so infatuated with avarice that personal aggrandizement, self-financial gains have thwarted their minds. In fact, patriotism in the economic sense was the key word of this particular speech.
He talked about the works at the vast construction site, which he hopes that will be accelerated. And he was counting on the members of the new government. Do you think that they are up to the task?
Most at times, when he puts a project, when he proposes a particular political program, he looks into the Cameroonians with whom he's had the opportunity to work with. Most of the members of this new government were involved in the drafting of the program of action for the next 7 years mandate. It is impossible to think that Mr. Biya has a magic wand to transform Cameroon.
He admitted in his end-of-year delivery that there were dysfunctions in the course of the elections and that they were going to be corrected before the twin elections, that is this year. Is it not a bad sign?
This is the faith and humility of a person who loves his nation, who looks into the eyes of his people and tell them the elections that took place were very, very free, fair, reliable, and respectable. But in the course of the process, we experienced certain dysfunctionings which could not have affected the outcome of the elections. I think you jumped that part voluntarily.
No.
And he says, and you jumped it voluntarily.
No, I didn't.
And the head of state says,
we are putting the head of state,
yes.
and that's exactly what he said.
But you didn't put that part.
But the
and he ended up by saying,
but the fact that he admitted that there were dysfunctions in the course of the election, that is irregularities. Doesn't that put to question?
No. Perfection is not something. Perfection is not something on the earth. Perfection is in heaven.
What do you think should be done to wipe out the dysfunctions before the twin election?
Revisiting the electoral list.
That's one.
That's the most important. And the other political parties who are partners in this process should take their responsibility.
In your opinion, is the electoral list that is problematic?
That, to my opinion.
Do you think that is the meaning of irregularities in this context?
No. When I talk about the electoral list, I want every other thing that was considered stemmed out of that.
Like what? I want us to be specific.
Everything that stemmed.
What is required?
When they say one person has 50 voters cards, I will tell you that 50 voters cards.
Multiple or double names on the electoral.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the first
if you don't visit those lists, you would not immediately you visit the list. All these other issues will be systematically wiped out.
Announcement of the reunification, 50th anniversary of the reunification was the only major new thing in that speech. The head of state said that it will be celebrated in the Southwest Regional Headquarters, Buea. How would you like this event to look like?
Oh, in fact, it will there should be a demonstration of love. There should be the demonstration of the two cultures of Cameroon. There should be the demonstration of fraternity and brotherhood. There should be the demonstration of the very raison d'etre why our parents decided to be one. There should be the celebration of home, sweet home.
Do you think Anglophones are comfortable in Cameroon?
That we have to celebrate 50 years of being together. There must be retrospection. Anglophones have not been treated fairly. Not because the head of state does not want to. He knows.
You admit.
He knows.
You admit.
Mr. Tamfo, let me...
You admit that they have not been treated
Of
well.
course, because those who represent them at the center of power are very selfish. I don't mince my words when it comes to that. You cannot be a minister emanating from the English-speaking region of Cameroon, and for 5 years as a minister, you speak only French. The culture of the bilingual nature of Cameroon, you subsume it. You belittle your people. You belittle your culture. You use your personal evolution to be the very essence of the degradation of the people from where you come from. I am telling you that I have had the opportunity to work, to study and work in the French-speaking region of Cameroon. French-speaking brothers of ours know that when it comes to probity, when it comes to discipline, when it comes to organized way of management, the Anglo-Saxon nature is a locus classicus. But take it from me, that our politicians who represent us have reduced the standard, the importance, the relevance of Anglo-Saxon culture to buffoonery at the level of the management of our state. We are clamoring that the head of state should move out of this very enveloped few who, in quotes, have never, ever won an election, who are technocrats, to help in the furtherance of his policy. And look for people who have grown in a system whereby we do intermix and understand the very essence of the Anglo-Saxon culture we grew up with. The few who have the mandate of the people try in a way to further this. Mr. Biya knows that the Anglophones who are representing this region in government are furnishing him with the necessary information he needs. But I'll tell you now that they are not. They are not. And they know they are not. They know they are not. Because they are not elected.
So they are kind of sending half information.
They don't even send any information. They don't even send any information, my dear brother. They don't. They don't send any information. You cannot imagine that within the English-speaking region of Cameroon, people are on strike for more than 4 months. And our ministers just glory past them. Parents who have belabored themselves in Toleti Estate for humanitarian reasons. I think we should be honest to ourselves and to our people. Let's not transfer the blame to where it is not. Let us Anglophones come together. Let us first of all glory in this God-blessed unification. If by
should the government really dialogue with these people who are complaining as the celebrations approach?
One answer, yes.
The government should dialogue?
Yes, these are people. These are citizens of a nation. You must dialogue with your people. Nobody is an island. If we say Cameroon is a land of peace, Cameroon is a land of unity, wherever this unity is being fragilized in any way, the head of state should come back and dialogue. But the Anglophones who are at the high level, always telling, Monsieur le Président, vous pouvez laisser, c'est un groupuscule qui sont en train de manifester.
What is that?
That is it's a handful of people who are manifesting. It's